Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ernest, the sleeve speaker. Now, listen, if you're still not succeeding in life yet, I know why. See, when you want to win in life, sometimes all you have to do is learn elevation by proximity. So, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can elevate by proximity and why you should be in a positive, nurturing, and structured environment. So, if you've invested 5, 10, or even 20 years in a profession and you've seen little to no increase in your finances, little to no increase in your growth, or you've never been the best at what you do, this may be a clear indication that you're neglecting growth and elevation by proximity. So as we jump into this today, first of all, I want everybody to think of yourself as the sponge in this scenario. If you take a sponge and you put it in dirty mop water, this sponge will begin to soak up and become the environment that it's in. It's gonna soak up the dirt, the filth, the crap, the negative things, just like if you was to put yourself in a negative environment, right? Around people that's telling you you can't do something or you think you're better than me now, just all this negativity. You don't wanna be in a negative environment. And the same principle apply vice versa. If you was to take that same sponge and put it in clean, purified water with soap and suds, all these good things, guess what's gonna happen? Those good things are going to start becoming a part of the sponge. So if you're hanging around business owners and entrepreneurs and millionaires, let's say for instance, you got 10 millionaire friends and you hang around them, you begin to do the things that they do, you learn the things that they learn, guess what? Those same traits that they have that makes them a millionaire, you're gonna figure out that it's much easier for you to adopt those same traits, habits, strategies, marketing things, all of the good stuff. All right, so look, let's get right into it. Think of yourself as the sponge. Now, as you elevate by proximity, proximity is gonna change 3 things in your life. The first thing, proximity will change the way that you speak. Guys, this is so important. It's going to change the way that you speak. If you take a newborn African baby and you put this baby in Mexico and you allow this baby to grow his whole life in Mexico, guess what's going to happen? The baby's going to grow up speaking Spanish. If you take, same thing and vice versa. If you take a purely Mexican baby and you put that baby in Africa, if this baby spent all his life in Africa, when it grows up to an adult, guess what language it's going to speak? It's going to speak the African native tongue language, because this is the environment that the child is in. And this is so important because Proverbs 18:21 says that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. So this, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So this implies that the things that you say can either affect your life in a positive way or a negative way. If you are in a positive environment and people are telling you what you can do, Ernest, you can do that. Guess what? You're going to start saying, I can do that, right? If you're around negative people and they saying you can't do something, you're going to adopt those same habits. So it's very important that we elevate by proximity around people that's doing positive things. Just like I said, nurturing, structure, all of the good things. So this raises the question, how bad do you want it? So the second way that proximity can affect your life, and it will affect your life, is proximity affects your level of success, right? So Kevin Durant is one of my favorite NBA players of all time, one of my favorite. The reason why is because, not so much because of how skilled he was, but for me, it was more so the level that he was willing to go, the extent he was willing to go in order to succeed, right? When KD played for OKC, KD had an impressive resume, right? He was the youngest scoring champion ever, won multiple scoring titles, multiple All-Star appearances. KD was already that dude. But to me, KD became one of my favorite players when he joined OKC. Why? Because KD knew when he joined OKC, when he joined the Golden State Warriors, he knew that he was going to get scrutinized. People was going to talk about him. Dude, why would you join the 73-win Golden State Warriors? Like, they're already one of the best teams ever. KD knew this, but this was so impressive with me because KD wanted to win. KD understood elevating by proximity. KD understood the value of it. KD said, man, if I get in the right system, if I have the right supporting cast around me, success is inevitable. So this raises the question, how bad do you want it? See, some of us, we're so concerned about what other people gonna say, how they gonna look at us, how they gonna perceive us. Man, do you wanna win? See, when you get to the point that you wanna win in life, you'll do the same thing that KD did. It's important that you learn to elevate by proximity. See, proximity is going to affect your level of success. Whether you believe it or not, you can hang around friends that are mediocre at the things that they do. And you will think, man, I'm doing a little bit better than them. And now you thinking highly of yourself. No, get around people that challenge you. Get in a system that challenges you to be the best version of yourself. So this is the second thing it will affect. It's going to affect your level of success. So sometimes that may require you getting a coach. If you want to make more money in your business, you might have an established business and you feel stuck. Sometimes that might require you getting a coach, getting a mentor, right? Joining an organization, all of these different things that you can do to get to the next level. So this also reminds me, the third way that proximity will affect you is that proximity affects your level of growth. And this reminds me of the story of Eric Thomas. See, before E.T. became one of the greatest in the world, especially one of the highest paid, E.T., he was making about $5,000 for a gig. And he talks about this in one of his podcasts, how his mentor called him up and was checking on like, hey man, how you doing? Eric was like, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm making $5,000 a gig now, right? And his mentor was like, no less than 20. No less than 20 grand for a gig. Now listen to what just happened. Him being in proximity with his mentor, him hearing this advice and not only hearing it, but heeding it, doing what his mentor said, this caused his income to 4x. He quadrupled his income. Y'all, this is the power of proximity. Are you getting this? This is the power of proximity. Him being around this mentor literally elevated him from one piece of advice. This wasn't even all the advice he got, y'all. This was one piece of advice. This is the power of proximity. And listen, y'all, it reminds me of when I was back in my gaming hiatus, which was actually a couple months ago. Y'all, I struggled to stop playing video games for a long time. But when I was having my gaming hiatus, my mom used to tell me all the time, son, stop playing that game. You're wasting your time. You're not going to learn from it. It's not going to benefit you, all of these things. But contrary to what she said, this is the most important lesson that I learned from gaming, y'all. Elevating by proximity. See, when I first started playing NBA 2K, I was terrible. Trash at the game. I'm pure trash, y'all. And my cousin, shout out to my cousin Thunley. Thunley created a NBA 2K gaming chat through Facebook Messenger. And y'all, I was so terrible at the game. I barely was an asset to the team. My team used to have to carry me to wins. And when my cousin, when he created this gaming chat, he invited all of us that played the game in this chat. And what happened was, anytime a glitch, a method, a tip, a trick, anything that happened with 2K that was gonna make us better, if somebody released it on YouTube, somebody in that chat was going to put it in the chat and everybody was gonna benefit from it. This was elevated by proximity. And after years of me being in this chat and playing this game and being in this community of my friends, y'all, after years of that, I became an elite 2K player. I'm telling you, listen. Matter of fact, the last season I played 2K, I averaged like 28 points a game, 8 assists, 2.5 steals. But this the kicker. I went from being terrible to having a 93 win percentage just from being in this chat, from being a part of this circle. Y'all, I literally started playing this game at an elite level, professional level. This is the power of proximity. Y'all, this is not a complicated principle. We make things complicated. It's not complicated. Listen, Winston Churchill once said, out of intense complexities, intense simplicities emerge. So the sleeve speaker concur and say, so if I neglect the small things in life, the big things seem impossible. But if I learn to master the fundamentals, I can overcome even the most difficult dilemma. Y'all, this is a simple principle. Learn to elevate by proximity. Okay? So I love y'all. I hope this helped. Please forget. Some of the ways that you can elevate through proximity: getting a life coach, getting a mentor, joining an organization, joining some of these group chats with people that are doing things that you want to do. A dope way that you can elevate by proximity: subscribe to this channel. See, we give you positivity, we give you structures and strategies and ways that you can overcome mentally and physically. Some people, they just need a positive message, right? And this is my job. I'm gonna give you the positive message. I'm gonna give you the tools that you need in order to succeed. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with somebody that needs to see it, y'all. Subscribe. All right, love y'all. Sleeve Speaker out. Let's get it.